Hello and welcome to Short Story Scene. I'm your host, the storyteller, and here we have a tale called Inferno by Dante Alighieri. Canto 21. From bridge to bridge, thus speaking other things, of which my comedy cares not to sing. We came along and held the summit when we halted to behold another fissure, a Milborg and other vain laments. I beheld it marvellously dark, as in the arsenal of Venetians, boils in the winter of tenacious pitch, to smear the unsound vessels over again. For sail they cannot, and instead thereof one makes his vessel new, and one recalks the ribs of which many voyage has made. One hammers at the prow and one at the stern, one makes oars and the one cordage twists, another mends and mainsails in the mizzen. Thus not by fire, but by the art divine. Was boiling down below there is a dense pitch, which upon every side of the bank belimed. I saw it, but I did not see within it aught but the bubbles that the boiling raised, and all swelled up and re-subside compressed. And while below the fixedly I gazed, my leader crying out, "Beware, beware!" drew me on to himself from where I stood. Then I turned around as one who is impatient to see what it behooves him to escape, and whom to sudden terror doth unman, whom while he looks, delays not his departure, but beheld behind us as a black devil, running along upon the crag approach. Ah, how furious was he in his aspect, and how he seemed to me in the action ruthless, with open wings and light upon his feet. His shoulders, which sharp-pointed were and high, a sinner did encumber with both haunches, and he held clutched the sinews of the feet. From off our bridge he said, "O male branch, behold one of the elders of the Saint Zita, plunge him beneath, and I returned for others. Unto the town which is well furnished with them, all their arborators, except Bonoturo. No, it's yes, for money there is changed." He hurled him down and over to the hard crag, turned around, and never was a mastiff loosened in so much hurry to pursue a thief. And the other sank and rose again face downward, but the demons under cover of the bridge cried, "Here the Santo Vilto has no place." And he swims one other side than in the Sergio, and therefore if the other gaths thou wishest not, do not uplift thyself above the pitch. They seized him then with more than 100 rakes. They said, it here behooves thee to dance covered, that if thou cantest thou secretly mayest pilfer. But otherwise the cooks their scallions make immerse into the middle of the cauldron the meat with hooks, so that it may not float. Said the good master to me, that it be not apparent thou art here, crouch thyself down behind a jag, that thou mayest have some screen. And for no outrage that is done to me, be thou afraid, because these things I know. For once before was I in such a scuffle. Then he passed on beyond the bridge's head, and upon the 6th bank he arrived. Need was him to have steadfast front, with the same fury and the same uproar, as dogs leaped out upon the benediction, who on sudden begs where he stops. They issued from beneath the little bridge, and turned against him all their grappling irons. But he cried out, "Be none of my malignant. Before those hooks of yours lay hold of me. Let one who step forward who may hear me, and then take counsel as to grapple me." They all cried out, "Let Malacoda go." Whereat one stared, and the rest stood still, and he came to him, saying, "What avails it? Thinkest thou, Malacoda, that behold me, and advanced in the place?" My master said, safe hereto from all your skill offense, without the wild will of the divine and fate auspicious. Let me go on, for the heaven is willed, and another show this savage road. Then was his arrogance so humbled in him that he let fall his grapnel at his feet, and to the other said, Now strike him not. And unto me, my guide, O thou who sittest among the splinters in the bridge, crouch down and securely not return me again. Wherefore I started and came swiftly to him, and all the devils followed thrust themselves, so that I feared they would not keep their compact. And thou, behold, I once afraid of the soldiers, who issued under safeguard from Caprona, and seeing themselves among so many foes, close did I press myself with all my person beside my leader, and turned not mine eyes from off their countenance was not good. They lowered their rakes, and willest thou have me hit him? They said that one another on the rump, and answered, Yes, see that thou nick him with it. But the same demon who was holding parley with his conductor turned him very quickly and said, Be quiet, Skirmilinon. Then said to us, You can go no further, go forward upon the crag, because is lying all shattered at the bottom in the sixth arch. And if still doth please you to go onward, presume that you are along upon this rock. Near in another crag it yields a path. Yesterday, 5 hours later than this hour, 1,266 years were complete, that here the way was broken. I send in the direction some of mine, to see if one doth err himself. Go ye with them, for they will not be vicious. Step forward Al Cicino and Calcabrina. Begin he cried out, and thou Cagnoso and Brotina, do thou guide the 10. Come forward Libby Coco and drag he Ganazo. And Tuscuricio and Garfi Cane and Farfariello and Mad Rubicanti. Search ye all around about the boiling pitch. Let these be safe as far as the new crag, that all unbroken passes over the dens. O me, what is it, master, that I see? Pray let us go, I said, without any escort, if thou knowest how, since myself I ask none. If thou art as observant as thy wont is, dost thou not see that they are gnash their teeth, and with their brows are threatening woe to us? And he to me, I will not have thee fear. Let them gnash on according to their fancy, because they do it in those boiling wrenches, and then the left hand dike and the wheel about. But the first he had one thrust his tongue between his teeth towards his leader for a signal, and he had made a trumpet of his rump. And that concludes our tale of Inferno by Dante Alighieri, Canto 21. If you like this content and would like to support it, please head on to the Patreon. That is www.patreon.com/shortstoryscene. I'd like to thank my patron Drac for all your help. And thank you for listening, and see you next episode. Bye!